Welcome to Useless Agent. Welcome to Useless Agent. This program is not meant for children of any age. Enjoy my nightmares.
Stay chasing.
Okay, let's do this.
Enjoy it. Stop crying. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to different sides. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to different sides. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe.
50. Smile on your face. Nobody give a fuck about 40. Nobody remember 40. And y'all niggas just giving me way too many 40-degree days. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Ooh. All right. How's it going, my beautiful party people? My wonderful starflies and my people watching. All right. How's it going? Today is the 4th of March, and it's another goddamn day. So, waking up, dealing with the bullshit, morning chores and all that. I come across one of the most ridiculous, arguments, I've ever heard. And it's all about the idea of the death penalty. And of course, it's by the disgusting basket case faced looking motherfucker. Have you ever seen the movie Basket Case? That's what Charlie Kirk looks like. So, I don't know, this weird bobblehead figure comes around saying that what we need, and this is like straight up a George Carlin bit. Now, I don't know if he just straight up stole this from George Carlin and thought nobody would notice, but I did. I'm a huge George Carlin fan. And one of his last specials, George Carlin had a couple of really good specials. It's all bullshit and it's bad for you. And then he did another one called Life is Worth Losing. And those are like his two last DVDs and specials that he came out with. I still call them DVDs. But those are his last two specials, and they're both brilliant. It showed you that, no matter how old Carlin got, he didn't lose a step. He began, actually, that's not true. He lost like half a step. There was some stuttering. There was some rewording, kind of stumbling over the words, which is unlike George Carlin at all. And so right away, you know that's just age. Age catches up to you. But still brilliant, still focused, concise, and just poetic. Now, what he made a joke about was the idea that the death penalty should be televised and that it should be on an all-suicide channel. And it's just going to be called the Suicide Network, and it's 24-hour death all the time. Kind of shows you that it was a different time, huh? You can't make that joke today unless it's Hannah Gadsby. I don't know. Maybe Hannah Gadsby can get away with making that joke. I don't know. I still don't even consider her a comedian. I think she's just a talker. And again, that has nothing to do with homophobia. It has everything to do with comedy and writing, and I don't see the comedy. So I don't want to get too far off course. So let's go ahead and start off with the Charlie Kirk video that I saw this morning. It took a lot of tracking down, but I managed to find it without having to go to TikTok to find it. And because of the picture, I never like it. So here is the actual video, and of course, it turns out it's only available on TikTok, because it's done by this guy who goes by the name, I think, Paul. On YouTube, his name is Boston Brian, and I absolutely love this guy. He's fucking hilarious. And he's just a Bostonian that really doesn't take shit from, homophobes and morons. So this was the first thing I caught. And this is just not what you want to see when you wake up in the morning.
There's other death penalties.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
There's other death penalties. I think what some of those guys did to Donald Trump to use the instruments of government to destroy the constitutional order, that should be under consideration.
You know, I thought that's what you fucking said, but I just wanted to be sure that you were...
All right, so he's going to obviously make some jokes, but I want to get into the minutia of it. And so let's really just start off here. All right. So to understand that kind of dumbass sentence, we have to go a little bit back and see where the fuck is this coming from. Is this really how this guy feels, or is this guy just a lying cocksmoker? Well, the answer might surprise you, because the truth is, here we go. All right, Charlie Kirk was born, luckily, a year before my favorite year. He was born in 1993. Now, my favorite year was 1994. I was born in 87, so I love 93. I love 94. Those are great years. But all right, so he's born in this lame ass suburb. Okay, let's see. Can we get a picture of this cocksmoker? Let me see if I can find a picture of this fucking ugly bastard. Yeah, let's just use this. All right, that's good enough. Just so that way you guys have like a visual on this ugly prick. Because, I mean, he does have one of those faces that only a mother could love. And it's pretty gross. Just looking at the guy is pretty goddamn gross. So, where is it? All right. So this ugly little piece of shit was born in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Now, I am a born, bred, and raised fucking Chicagoan. I hate motherfuckers that walk around claiming my fucking city, claiming my home, and you ain't ever been on the block. You ain't never been on a fucking street. You don't even know where Lawrence Avenue is. You ain't never been over by Pulaski. You ain't never been on Chicago. You ain't never been on the West. You ain't never been on the South. You a bitch. All right. So Chicago is, as you can see behind me, that right there. There's a lot of places you can go in Chicago. There's a huge city with tons of people. But this cocksucker was born in Arlington Heights. Arlington Heights ain't that bad. I met a lot of really cool motherfuckers in Arlington Heights. But when you ask them where you from, they're going to say Arlington Heights. Now, this guy spent most of his time in later years in Prospect Heights. Now, there's Mount Prospect, there's Prospect Heights. These are the white-ass suburbs, that the kind of suburbs where people like me don't go to because we get stopped immediately. If they catch us driving, we get pulled over. All right, so let's keep in mind that this is not just environment. This is nature and environment. So it's nature and nurture. So you're born in because I don't think anyone's born racist. It just doesn't make sense to me. You need a bias. You need to know. You need familiarity. So no baby's like born like that. So let me take that back. It's all nurture. But it was nurture from a very, very early age. He was indoctrinated, okay? All his projections and bullshit of telling everybody else that that they are indoctrinated, he is. All right, so let's get a little further. So Charlie Kirk was born in Prospect Heights, a rich white suburb filled with non-Chicagoans. We don't fuck with you. We don't want to fuck with you. was good. I don't know if you guys saw my special on how to infuse your bud, but it's definitely worth it. Get yourself some condensed oils right here. I know I'm sidetracking, but this is condensed THC oils. Very high grade shit. It's very highly concentrated. Normally I get it in a big cup. This is a tiny little bottle. Down there is Spiritual Essence LLC. Go hit her up, and she'll give you a good deal on that shit, man. They're really good. So if you're a fan of the flower bud, you can just drop a couple, and it just enhances everything. Won't change the taste either. All right. So you're from, these lame ass suburbs, these douchebag ass suburbs. Then he started working for, in around 2005, he started working for a guy named Mark Kirk. Now, he's not related to Mark Kirk. It's just a coincidence that they both have a disgusting fart sounding name. And I don't know. Kirk just sounds like, you can't talk that much to this Captain Kirk and shit. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Forget it. All right. So he worked for the Mark Kirk campaign. And Mark Kirk was also a staunch racist. And look at all of these guys. Bleh, look at all of his heroes. The guy worshipped people like Bill Montgomery and read books by Milton Friedman, who all of these guys are racist, anti-capitalist pieces of shit. And so he worked for the Kirk campaign, and then he ended up actually bitching about his school charging 25 cents more for cookies. This little bitch. Now, this shows you the type of environment, the type of leeway that these dumbasses get out in the suburbs. If you tried that shit in a Chicago school, you'd be told to shut the fuck up. Nothing happens. Nobody cares. We don't go to anybody. So it really shows that not you guys, but these white privileged assholes are absolute followers. They have no concept of individuality, only conformity. And because they belong to a special little group, and so they think that if I go outside of that group, oh no, I'll be stuck with the regular people, which actually is more fun. It's less money, but way more fun. You'll learn how to actually enjoy life and not think everything as a dollar amount. So this dude bitched about cookie prices because they raised it by a quarter. Now, in essence, that's called capitalism. Raising the price up based on the needs of the many and how much it takes to make the item. It's capitalism. He went on Facebook to make a giant stand against raising the quarter. So he cost his school money. He didn't think for 1 second, hey, this rise in cookie prices is only a quarter, but we all eat the cookies. So this is definitely going to help my school and help with, pens, paper, because teachers have to pay for this on their own pocket. Everything comes out on them. So this was probably a really great way for them to get, extra equipment they might need. Hell, maybe they need musical equipment they can't afford. It was just a way of trying to raise the price so they can get more shit for their students and for their teachers, their faculty, and staff. And instead, this white privileged bobblehead cocksucking Nazi goes over, stands on a soapbox, and starts crying that he wants to be in charge of the way prices work, which is not only anti-capitalist, but it's anti-American. It's not how we do things. He wanted an authoritarian life. So these people, rich white cocksuckers, these racist pieces of shit, you guys need to go to Russia. Go over there. You guys love being under the thumb. You love being told what to do. And you love not seeing no color people. So go to Alaska. Don't go to Alaska because I plan on going to Alaska. Don't go to Alaska. Go to fuck. Just get the fuck out of here. You know, you got the money. You don't need our country. You hate us anyway. You hate the idea of free fucking market. You want to corner the market and own all the companies. And this is the same shit over and over again. So this little prick writes a Facebook page and then starts writing some bullshit paper saying that liberal biases come from your textbooks in school. This coming from the guy that just cost his school a giant, paycheck. Then he gets hired by that moron Bill Montgomery, and he's now indoctrinated to be the voice of the racist young person that has no fucking hope of becoming a real human being. So he's been actually, and just like everyone else, he was against Trump when he started. He said that Trump would actually be defeating his own purpose. So it's funny that he talks about how everything needs to get with the younger, whatever that shit is. But all he does is worship old racist people. Do you see the fucking pattern here? They all have the same shit in common. All of them. So now he's promoting the death penalty, not just for the reasons that the death penalty was originally involved in, but just because you went against Trump, which is exactly what Trump wanted. And I'm hearing rumors that he's actually being, starting to get pushed out. But let's just go ahead and continue and go ahead and kill him there, Boston, buddy.
Actively calling for the public unaliving of Donald Trump's political opponents. That's good. That's good. Where are you going to take it from here? Because I know what you're thinking, guys. There's just absolutely no way it could get any fucking crazier than calling for the public unaliving of the politicians in this country. Right?
Yeah, that's how you should. By the way, this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long, too many appeals.
Expensive.
It should be public. It should be quick. It should be televised.
Okay, so the answer is it does get fucking crazier. But
Right. Remember I said this is all like an idea from George Carlin. The same shit. All right. If it's public, then why would it need to be televised? That's like saying the same. That's so redundant. It needs to be seen, and it needs to be seen. Like, you're a fucking moron. You just said it's going to be in public, so it's going to be seen. All right? Why would you... God damn, this makes me so fucking angry. But we're still only at Charlie Kirk. We haven't even gotten to Jesse Waters yet. So.
But at least now we can all take some comfort in the fact knowing it doesn't get any fucking crazier than calling for the public unalivings of Donald Trump's political opponents and turning the death penalty into some fucking Coca-Cola sponsored Super Bowl like televised event.
Pepto-Bismol brings you.
Well, this can't be right, can it? The last execution in France was guillotine in 1977.
100% true. They used the guillotine
Until
the whole way.
77?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
There's videotape of it.
I don't know if I'm just getting fucking old or if I gotta go a little deeper with the Q-tips, but it sounded to me like you just said that's so cool in response to France using the guillotine up until 1977. Now, as fucked up as that is, I'm sure we can all agree that the guillotine has no place in today's society, should never be used in this country, right?
Honestly, that's like what we should be doing.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, that's what we need to be doing. These are the same people, these are the same cocksuckers that are telling you, the same fucking morons, MAGA morons that are telling you that a book called Queer is so dangerous for your child, but we can start hanging people. What? And then they're going to even say, and force your kid to watch it. Not just let your kid watch it. Force your kid to watch it. These are not the ideals and the ideas of a well-rounded mind. These are simply the rantings of a sick, racist, homophobic Nazi. That's it.
I agree. It should be public
And
should be public
televised.
square.
By the way, you could fund
Force
the
kids
government
to watch it.
What the fuck? Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking run that one by me again. Holy
Mate,
shit.
yeah,
Force the
government to
force
watch it.
your kids to watch it.
could have like brought to you by Coca-Cola. And no, I'm not kidding. By the way, I would totally tune into. And you know what? I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day better. I want.
Right, because you're so pathetic that that's the only way to make your day better. Again, I'll say this one more time. All of this was said by George Carlin in a joke. He said it as a joke. It was not meant to be taken literally. It was not meant to be taken seriously. That's why it's called comedy. You fucking evil bastards. So this disgusting fucking dickless bobblehead is talking about forcing children to watch a Coca-Cola sponsored hanging. And wow, what are the benefits of this again? So books are bad. You know, reading about other people's lifestyles. Remember, they even tried to get rid of a lot of Black history books because it depicts slavery. Yeah, it existed. And again, it's not a matter of, oh, well, other countries had slavery too. That's not the point. It's the matter of how brutal America treated slavery, whereas other countries gave people the right to eventually get out of that and had certain accommodations, but we didn't. We were disgusting in it. Brazil forced bread.
Want to see him on a public block and get him be publicly executed.
I mean, that's just fucking sick. It's just fucking disgracefully sick in the head to say shit like that. At least we know that Charlie and his friends would have been the ones lined up around the sand pits dug by the German army in the 30s and 40s at Belzec, Sobibor, Majdanek, Auschwitz, Battle Yar, all of them. They would have just been lined up because they would have been dying to see these things in public.
Absolutely. And let's not forget that we just had the televised, well, practically televised death of Aaron Bushnell, who is probably one of the bravest souls I've ever seen in my life to give up his life in the name of peace and to not harm anyone else. And his screams of a free Palestine was just his when you're lighting yourself on fire, that means you've run out of every idea you could possibly come up with. He knew he couldn't win. He knew he couldn't change anything. Maybe he could change something by doing this. Now, let's not ever trivialize that. What he did because he got so tired of wiping out children. And that's what they do. I'm not saying that our soldiers are evil, but their bosses sure as fuck are. And our soldiers are forced to do things that are so horrid, they never forget and they never forgive themselves. And they live in a constant state of hell. But to a rich piece of shit like Charlie Kirk from a douchebag suburb like Prospect Heights, and it's a good idea. And then he goes on to like Turning Point USA, and what does he do? The same shit every other Arlington Heights, Prospect Heights fucking bullshitters always do. These Rockford motherfuckers, Elgin motherfucker, they all try to say, oh, we're from Chicago. No, you ain't. You a liar. Get your bitch ass back to that suburb where you belong. All right? And I could tell you ain't one of us, because look what the fuck you wearing. Look at how you talk. Look at how you fucking talk about life. You don't value a single human being, and then you call yourself pro-life. You cannot have it both ways. You know who's pro-life? The cities. You know why? Because we're constantly doing things to help each other. You know how many times I have hugged homeless people because they were crying and there's nobody there for them, and it drives me fucking insane that this poor woman, this is the other 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, with crazy hair, and she's just crying. Her mother just passed away, and people were so disgusted with her crying that you literally saw just, she was a little dot, and everything around it, people literally spread out to get away from her. So I asked her what was wrong. I gave her a cigarette, and I hugged her for about a half an hour. I missed 2 buses, and I remember thinking to myself for just a millisecond, fuck, I missed my bus. And then I immediately yelled at myself for saying, are you seriously bitching about a bus right now? This woman has nobody, and you're going to let her have nobody? No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to do that. So there is so much more strength in peace than there is to actions or talking shit. And that's all they can do is talk shit. Do you think Charlie Kirk could ever actually win a fight? Hell no. And that's the difference. See, tough-ass motherfuckers are the nicest people because we know we can hurt you if we wanted to, but we don't want to hurt anyone. We want you to be comfortable with us and not be afraid of us, because that's what we get all the time is fear. Now, I know I bring up Batman a lot, but it's because it's a great reference. Now, in the last one, it was trying to show you that you can't be just vengeance. You can't just be one negative idea that's used for good. People will never, ever understand that because it doesn't make sense. So instead of becoming that dark symbol to warn everyone, he needs to be that dark symbol of hope that people can look up and know that they're going to be safe, and not look up and go, oh shit, I got to go home. That symbol's up. I ain't being around that motherfucker. So when he offers his hand to help someone after he just saved their lives, they're scared of him and they ask not to hurt him. That shows you something. That shows that they're just as afraid of you as they are of them. So it's all about how you handle the situation, and so leave it to the toughest motherfuckers to be the nicest of motherfuckers. That's how we have to be. So let's keep going. And like I said, man, hearing that motherfucker, I knew it was going to happen too. I'm watching it and I'm like, I will bet you $1,000 that little prick is going to fucking say he's from Chicago. And he did. Sorry, pal. We don't get to stand up and cry about cookie sales at our schools. The saddest part is that his school wanted to raise the price of a cookie from 25 cents to 50 cents. This was too much for him in 2005, I think. It was like 2005. But whatever. He freaks out. This just can't be. What that is capitalism, and also it was charging the thing so that raising the price so the school gets more money. So not only did you make all of that situation about yourself, but you also trivialized your own school's desperate need for money. So let's move on and see how he behaves and how easily triggered he is right when someone tells him that he isn't a real capitalist.
Hey, you're trying to attack me, which is ridiculous, like asking me what my salary is. Sure, I'll reveal it willingly.
You brought it up in context. I'm asking, why don't you
hold
live
on,
like a
hold on,
socialist?
hold on.
Okay. Go live like a socialist.
The point is larger. The point is larger.
Go look like a socialist. Now, right here, see his attention turns over to the audience, and that's because Cenk Unger's in the audience, and he's telling him probably something along the lines of, you're the fucking one that dress something, but like you dress like a socialist. What does a socialist dress like? I'm sorry. Do we dress like I don't know, in hand-me-downs? Are we supposed to wear hand-me-downs because it's all socialism and we all love each other, so we all just share each other's clothing? Is that what we're supposed to dress like? Because I'm a democratic socialist, and so yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to dress. I got a Wu-Tang shirt on. I'm sorry, bro.
Larger than that, Charlie.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Cenk. I live as a
Hey,
capitalist,
hey,
okay?
hey.
I live when I do. I get charity every single year.
Hold on.
What's my salary? Less than his.
Charlie,
Come on, Cenk, let's go.
You know Cenk ain't afraid either. You know Cenk is not afraid. Cenk is one of those, forces of good. And even though I don't agree with him on everything, I absolutely have nothing but respect for the motherfucker. And so he had shouted out, "Oh yeah, you're a real fucking capitalist." So he shouts out, "I live by capitalism every single day." Well, according to the cookies, no, you don't. You want everything to be under your dime. So you either want socialism or you want authoritarianism. But only if you get the authority. See how that doesn't make a lick of sense? If you're going to be asking for a communist lifestyle, you're going to have to be the communist. And guess what? You ain't going to be the communist. So it's just so fucking ridiculous that that's how these people are, and that's how they've always been. All right, now let's move on to the next guy and to our final subject of the segue. All right, we are going to start off with, just the idea of, not even just the idea. We're going to go to Jesse Waters. All right, now according to Jesse Waters, everything is gay. Now, it's hilarious because his mother calls the show all the time. His mother, God bless her, man. She's a lovely woman. You can tell she's like, we didn't raise you like this. And she said it on national television. We didn't raise you to, be a scumbag. I mean, she straight up said, we didn't raise you to pick on people. We didn't raise you as a bully. I mean, that says a lot about how your mom feels about you. I never heard my mom said, "I didn't raise you like that." I've never heard my mom say that, because my job as a son is to be that reflection of my parents and to, do it with pride and do it with honor, whether or not they did a good job. No matter what, your dad could be an alcoholic, your dad could be a dick, and there are a lot of cases where there's an exception and you never want to see that motherfucker again, and that I totally respect that. But when it comes down to honorable parents that just try to do their best and they fucked up, it's because they're human and they fuck up. We all do. And so I was lucky enough to have parents that I'm very proud to live through and work on.
My rule about men eating soup in public. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's manly to go like that with a soup and you're blowing on it.
Why do you need to be manly when you're eating? Like, what is the I mean, he complains about everything. So from ice cream to soup to the guy probably stays away from, I'm sure he stays away from hot dogs, right? It's going to get to the point where he says, men should never have the wrapper around the cheeseburger. Fuck you, dude. That's how I eat it. I like to keep the wrapper on the burger so it's not falling all over the place. And then I get to just piece it out. Same shit with like a gyro, because the gyro falls apart. So yeah, it's going to be a sloppy ass motherfucking thing. And guess what? You're always going to be looking gay as fuck when you're eating a hot dog or a fucking gyro. Shut the fuck up, man. Seriously. Guy's gonna be saying shit. You cannot order Italian beef wet. You know, women get wet, men don't get. Fuck, you don't want that shit dipped. Sometimes with cheese.
And it's just not a good look. I think the same thing for ice cream. You should save that for vacation. A grown man, especially the president, should not be licking ice cream in public.
Okay, so add this to the list of the apparently many things that everyone else just...
Yeah, again, everything is gay to this dude. So... Man, there's a great joke by Bill Burr about this natural fear of being gay that men have, and that used to be more accepted, and now it's just childish. But, you know, it was like, it makes you, yeah, so the joke was about even wearing using an umbrella. Men don't use umbrellas. It's just stupid. It's who we are. It could be raining, like the only time I need an umbrella is if it's like cats and dogs. But if it's raining, like, you know, harder than drizzling, I don't give a fuck. And so it's true. When we see a guy with an umbrella, we're always like, fuck you, man. Pick your shoulders up like a man. But do we mean it? No, again, it's a fucking joke. We're jealous because we don't have the damn umbrella. You know? It's those dudes that wear umbrellas in the daytime that weird me out, because unless you got a monocle and that motherfucker can fly and your name is Penguin, I don't get it. Which really pisses me off about the new fucking Suicide Squad game. How the fuck you gonna give Joker a fucking umbrella? When did Joker ever carry an umbrella? That pissed me off more than anything. Might as well have made it black. Fucking stupid. You don't walk around no purple umbrellas. Fucking stealing other people's shit. And so that's a picture of Jesse Waters, of course, with ice cream. But watch, if you try to tell it to him, he probably, but I didn't need it. But look, I didn't need it because I'm a man. You're a man, so you don't eat ice cream? I mean, doesn't your guy go around eating ice cream? Oh, wait, yeah, there it is. Yes, he does. That's him eating ice cream. Now, of course, this is fucking stupid. I'm done getting into this. But it's not about, you know, what he says and then the double standards that we can prove. It's really more the fact, like, why are you so obsessed with other people thinking you're gay? Like, is it that bad? Are you that fucking terrified that someone's gonna be like, fruit, and you're just gonna fucking flip out and start crying? I don't get it. So between that, this is also another like little let me try to show another collection of it where it's another list. I think this one was about Christmas lights and straws. Apparently, if you're a man, you can't have ice cream, you can't have a milkshake, you can't drink out of a straw. How else are you going to drink a milkshake? Have you ever had a fucking McFlurry? You can't drink that shit. Like, you can't just fucking slurp it out, man. So, am I not supposed to fucking put the spoon in my mouth? There's way too many rules with this guy. I mean, the guy is the most fucking repressed, just gay bashing homo I've never met one.
You know, I recommend that all men refrain from using straws. It's unbecoming. The way a man's lips purse.
No. You know what really is unbecoming is a man saying the word purse. I didn't even know that was the word. I would have just said, you know, I would have said perch or I don't know. You know how, like, you know, a man has to make a kissy face and shit? You know, this is a guy saying the way the male's lips purse. He makes it sound like his own Daniel Steele novel. Dude, you're the gayest fucking guy on that show. And, what's it called? It's pretty fucking pathetic to run around crying about everything the president does that is to you, I don't know, threatening to your sexuality. So I would love to see in the comments, who did you think is more blatantly, obviously in the closet, homophobic? Charlie Kirk or Jesse Waters? Both of them are absolute closet cases, man. The fact that he, goddamn, because like with Jesse Waters, there's so many rules. It makes me wonder: can you brush your teeth? Are you allowed to brush your teeth? How do you brush your teeth? Do you like have to like just throw some like toothpaste and mouthwash and just swish it around? And then do I spit it or do I swallow? Because, you know, you're the arbiter of gayness. So let's figure it out. You know, do you spit or swallow the fucking toothpaste? You know, because personally I'd like to spit it out, but I don't know if that's going to be like offensive to the toothpaste. You know, the tube might get mad and be like, what you trying to say? And I'm like, I don't know, man, you had some garlic earlier. It's got that weird saltiness. Seriously, grow the fuck up or shut the fuck up. All right. Either way, you motherfuckers come in and out with all of your bullshit, and you guys come out just to fucking ruin everything, force children to watch fucking suicides and murders, but don't let them read a book unless it's written by an illiterate moron like MTG or Charlie Kirk. And it's hilarious how the dumbest crowd in the world is always promoting a book. Don't you guys burn those things? I thought you used them as firewood. Fucking tards. That's why you guys don't sell any. Oh, God. So they come out with their books, their stupid-ass shows. They come out with their podcasts. They come out with their rules. They come out with their goddamn horse shit. And the last thing they will just refuse to come out of is the closet. All right? Love y'all. Stay safe. Stay free. Dudes are totally fucking lame. Totally lame. Tell me who you think lost. I'll see you on the other side. And most of all, stay cheesy, my friends, and stay the fuck away from them purple fucking umbrellas. It ain't about being gay. It's about being Joker.
Welcome to Useless Agent. This program is not meant for children of any age. Enjoy my nightmares.
And stay cheesy.
Okay, let's do this.
Enjoy it. Stop crying. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to be precise. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to be precise. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe.
Smile on your face. Nobody give a fuck about 40. Nobody remember 40, and y'all niggas just giving me way too many 40-degree days. What the fuck? What the